Was settled in LA. Look, I'm back in New Jersey, as you guys can see, but we're podcasting. Levon,
Mm,
how are we?
I'm good, man. I was gonna say I don't think not everybody just knows your background by location. I guess they do. Their beams are sick. I've said that many times. They're pretty cool. So
Yeah, people know.
yeah, you're right. You're right. I didn't give them enough credit, so that's my fault. I take it back. So what's up, man? What happened? And you just had to show your face. From what I heard.
Yeah, so the transfer is not official yet. Had to come back and pop in the office, go to a happy hour, kiss some babies.
That
Um,
that's hilarious to me that your work just thinks you're down the road still,
I
and
know they got no clue.
you're literally like 2,000 miles away on the other side of the country.
Dude, every single person that came up to me was like, "Why are you tan?" I was just like, "Oh yeah, I was at the Broncos game in Denver. Like, it's sunny in Denver, so
Yeah,
did a little
I
weekend
stay
trip."
in the shade most of the game, but
Dude, we were baking in the sun though for that
yeah,
first.
it took what 2 quarters for that shade to finally come through. Yeah, it
Mhm.
was tough. We were like on the south side of the stadium, I think. We should talk about that a little bit. That game was fun, right? Did we pod since Jets game?
I don't think we have, no.
Yeah, that was a sick game all the way
Oh, yes,
till
we did.
Russ fumbled, right?
Yeah, because I remember I said Denver sucks,
Yeah, you're right. We did. Damn, we
but
pod
I
more
have
than
to recant that. I have to recant that because
Mhm.
I listened to Peyton Manning on SmartList, and, like, Peyton obviously still lives in Denver, and, like, if if Denver's good enough for Peyton Manning, who am I to say that
Yeah.
Denver is not good enough? Like, that was
Oh, yeah,
I'm
yeah,
out on
yeah,
that
yeah.
take.
Yeah, I mean, I already pointed out that was a terrible take by you, and you know that to your to that point though, that episode of Smartless was so awesome, man. I shoot you a text earlier as soon as I was done listening to it. I'm so grateful for Peyton Manning. Like, dude is so awesome. Everything he says, I'm just like, it's gold. Like,
Mhm.
lock it up in the safe. It's so good. And we get to call him, Bronco, and the fact that he hangs around and he's always talking about when they were talking about what he say? He said something. About his speed was so funny. He said one of the
Oh,
scouts told him he was so slow that he could run. You would take him a week to run out of
yeah,
his sight.
he couldn't run out of sight in a week, dude. That yeah, it's so
Dude,
funny.
I was cracking up. I was on a road driving. I was cracking up. That was a good one. I'm definitely using that moving forward. But yeah, cool pod. I heard you made some recommendations on your when you were playing Zach last night. And this morning I ran out, I finished the NVR, and then I was like, man, I need a good pod. I had like another 30 minutes on the road. So yeah, good recommendation by you.
Well, yeah, I was asking Zach, I was like, "Yo, do you listen to pods? Like, you
Mhm.
podcast every day?" And he said, "No, he's more of an audiobook guy,"
Yeah.
um, which is, audiobooks are cool.
Is
You have
audio is audiobook for people who can read good?
Yeah, yes.
That's what I've heard. Cause I looked into it, and my my girl, she was like, those are for people who can read good. And then
He's right.
yeah, okay. All right, cool. And
And
Zach, to be fair, does have trouble reading sometimes, especially with comments. He does struggle. So it adds up.
well, I've seen, tweets with links to articles that are like, your brain it has the same impact on your brain listening to an audiobook versus reading. Like, you retain it the same, you comprehend it the same, it's all the
Mhm.
same. And I was like, "That's bullshit. That's 100% bullshit. It cannot be the same." Listening to an audiobook is essentially cheat reading.
It's probably easier to comprehend listening
No way. Well, I think it's way easier to actually, I was gonna say it's way easier to zone out and miss stuff when
and
you're listening.
reading.
But also when
Really?
you read too.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I'll be reading and I'm thinking about something else, and I'm like, "Ah,
Yeah.
shit, I gotta go
And
back a
then
few
and
paragraphs."
then it's funny how your brain works too. Like, you'll go on read like 5 pages and you're like, wait, what I just read? And then you have to go back and kind of like find where you lost consciousness for that 10-minute window. So yeah, I guess I do think that when I'm listening to something, I can multitask a lot better, like
Mhm.
driving, listening, or I can do work and listen to podcasts. And you can just read and do something else with it because I guess your eyes are a lot more.
Yeah, you
Uh,
can't really multitask when you're reading.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
minimum, you could, like, walk on a treadmill, maybe,
No, I
or, like,
couldn't do that.
ride a stationary bike. Yeah, it's still tough.
I couldn't do that. If my head's moving a little bit, my eyes don't stabilize. I guess I don't know.
Can you read in the car?
No, I get sick.
Yeah, big time bellyache for me if I do that.
Yeah, big time ache. Yeah, for sure. Even sometimes when I'm on the phone too much, like scroll TikToks, I'm like,
Yeah,
ugh, getting a little dizzy. Yeah, motion sickness. All right, well, let's get us into this 5 minutes into the pod. We haven't talked about Madden at all, so let's
I
get into
know,
some
yeah,
topics.
Levine's got us on the clock because 'cause we're playing our game at 8 Eastern. This dude rushed me. I haven't eaten dinner, and so
I can
okay,
rush you.
do you think I feel like empty stomach,
Mm-hmm.
I'm more, like, wired. Like, if I go back to my ancestors, right? I'm an idiot, so I think about everything, like, going back to ancestors, how they used to live. They
Mm-hmm.
gotta be heightened sensibilities when they're hungry because 'cause they're out there
Wow.
hunting. So, I'm playing you on an empty stomach right now.
Oof.
I'm gonna be seeing the whole field. I might be Terminator mode. You might be in trouble, my friend.
Yeah, that's a good point. I had a good, nice, well balanced meal just now.
Yeah, you're in trouble.
Yeah, I might be too relaxed. I mean, this is a perfect time. What time is it? 7 p.m. This is a Celsius o'clock, baby. What I like to call it. So this might be a time to pop one. I got a bunch in the fridge. Um,
Okay, yes,
but
but
yeah, I
let's
didn't.
get into the pod,
Back
yeah.
to what I was getting at. I was not rushing you. I mean, I do have time. I just rather not spend 3 hours. I do actually. Secret. I do like spending
Yeah.
3 hours talking Madden and playing Madden, but I got other things to do. So go ahead. Let's dive in.
This is what we need to cover tonight, okay? I wrote it down on my phone.
Mhm.
Um, we had
Do
somebody in the
you
group.
write things on the phone? You type
Yeah.
things on the phone.
Okay. Alright, dude. Do you wanna get this pod done or what?
Alright, alright, alright. Go ahead.
I typed on my phone. We had a league member leave us. He was booted.
Mm,
That's why this pod is called RIP Castro. We'll talk about that briefly. I've got a PSA.
mhm,
I got a funny Madden 23 little tidbit. We're in Madden
mm,
24 now, so Madden 23 was last Madden, obviously.
mhm,
We've got some draft grades from our boy Lou. We're gonna cover those, and then I told the boys during the draft I was kind of scrolling through everybody's roster. I ranked, not really ranked. It was an objective list,
mhm.
best young cores in the league. So I looked at every team, their best 4 players, 23 or younger, and what do those young cores look like? 24, there were a lot of really amazing players that were 24, like Pat
No,
Surtain's 24.
yeah,
So I thought 23, like, we're talking really young, basically rookies or second-year guys.
yeah.
Um,
I think that's a good age to select. Good job on that one. Because 24 is literally like there's probably like so many 24.99 overalls.
my old man just came in the room. He doesn't know I'm a full-time podcaster.
Dork. All right.
Hey. Alright, so starting with Castro.
He's about to start beating your ass.
So yeah, for real, dude, beat the nerd out of me, and so I'm in the gym, and I'm riding on the stationary
Oh.
bike, and I'm watching Timmy versus Castro, and I'm like,
Mhm.
sometimes, like, the players' arms in the games look, like, orange or they look white
Yeah.
or something, and I was like, "What is going on with Lamar Jackson? He looks white," and then I'm like, "Breece Hall looks white too," and I'm just like, "What the fuck is going on here?" And somebody went through and checked his entire roster. He had changed every single black person on his team to white, and that's not great, first of all. Couple that with the fact that during the draft, he kept saying that he was trying to draft an all-white defense, which was like, "Okay, Castro,
Yeah,
funny."
haha.
Yeah.
At best, he was a corny ass joke, is what it was.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And then the worst part about all that, yes, we could make the argument that it's borderline racist. I think worse things have been said in the group. Um,
Yeah. You going to the right point. Go ahead.
yeah, but the fact that he went and edited their appearance, which is against the rules, and irreversibly so, like, we could change Lamar Jackson, we could make his skin tone correct again, but we're never gonna get the Lamar Jackson face scan back in the game.
Yep.
So that player is essentially ruined. Like, I think Jason said it's gonna kill the immersion for, like, the next Jets user. And so, you know, this was, you see, like, Making a Murderer, that Netflix documentary?
Mhm.
Way back in the day, it was, like, one of the most popular ones.
That was like COVID times. Good time.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
everybody was all about it, and, like, there was that family, and like, they were always just doing shit, and the cops were just looking for a reason to arrest them, and they finally gave him a reason, and that was
Oh,
Castro
we
at
gave him
this
a bunch
point.
of reasons. Yeah.
Yeah, like,
Yeah, good
Castro had
point.
done so many, borderline rule breaks or,
Mhm.
just rule breaks that, like, you can't be doing shit like this and expect to get away with it when you have kind of like a laundry list of aggressions already. So, he's out.
Yeah. And to kind of piggyback off that, the whole point of him making a racist, I don't think. First of all, let's get this out of the way. I don't think Castro is like a racist, or I don't think there's like an actual ill will behind that. Okay, I'm
Mhm.
playing little devil's advocate here. I don't think he's
Agree.
like,
I agree.
yeah, this was just a innocent joke in his head, but kind of like came out fucked up. But the biggest thing that was messed up was the fact that he changed. He kind of ruined a bunch of good players, especially like cool ones like Lamar, super cool player, super cool face scan. His hair is super cool, and now
Mhm.
he's gone. Right, that was the biggest problem. Another thing I was gonna get into is that, to his credit, he did go out on good terms. He did send out. We did get his message, and I do want to give him credit for that. He didn't, he didn't go out like some others have left the chat and the league and the our group before going on to Twitter and really kind of going on a smear campaign all over the place. Castro went out. He understood, like you said, this was not really just a inappropriate joke of it side of it, but he was more of a like, hey, you know, how many strikes you
Yeah.
get till we got to do something, or we just none of these rules really seem real anymore. I mean, some of the big ones he was part of, 100-point games, right? Not
Mhm.
one but two, I believe, right? Um, Correct me if I'm wrong. There was
At least like an 80-point game, maybe not 2
yeah, he
100-point
was
games,
yeah,
but
he was just like yeah, exactly. And then there's a couple other things that we were like, oh, there was full position changes that were not allowed. I remember he was playing somebody at fullback. Maybe he did two middle linebackers at safeties. It was something like that of nature, that nature. Another clear break of rules. Um, I know that was a big deal. So he, like you said, man, he's always just like in the middle of some kind of controversy, some kind of rule break, some kind of violation. You know, heckling with somebody. It's he was just time, and I'm glad that he left the group on a good terms. He apologized. Obviously, he voiced that he didn't mean any. If he offended anybody, he apologized for that. So I do think, again, I want to emphasize is that I don't think Castro is some kind of racist or a bigot or anything like that. He's just a goofball who made really, really bad decisions over and over again. So for that reason, he had to, he had to go, unfortunately. But while he was there, we did enjoy him. He was a fun person to be around when he was not being an absolute jackass.
Mhm.
So hopefully we get somebody a little more sensible in his place.
Speaking of,
Hmm.
I've heard that top of the weight nobody's seen the wait list. So, that's something that Timmy has. Timmy
Interesting.
manipulated on his own. I would
Okay.
like to have some waitlist oversight implemented in the league.
I agree. And
Yeah,
this
we need it.
my and then the whole reason why is because I was overlooked for no reason on the list. Because
Don't
I
worry.
submitted a request a year before you did, but you and I came in the league exact same time. And
Well,
then
that
and
might
I
have
got a
just
private
been
message from Timmy saying, "Oh, I totally forgot about you." And yeah, he just skipped me over because he didn't look at my email. So that is right. Maybe he does need help looking over the list and kind of like not really. Here's the thing. I don't think the list should be next one, first come first serve. I think that, I mean, he does a questionnaire. He does a little background blueprinting, I should say,
Mhm.
of incoming members. I think there needs to be some kind of let's say if there's 10 people on the wait list, all right, next five, send up your shit. We'll see
Hey, I
who
like
fits
this.
in here the best, right? Because we said this before, enough non we appreciate all the OG non Bronco fans, right? We got a couple of good ones. We got Derek, we got Jason, we got who else we got in there?
Phil.
JJ, Phil, yeah, exactly. All these guys who are not Broncos fans, but they are great, league members. They're active in the chat most of the time. Shout out to Phil, Jason, shout out to Derek too. Um, and from our experience, last couple of times we let non Bronco fans in here, it's hard. In their defense, why would they care about the Broncos stuff that we talk about in the league all the time? But at the same time, they don't make contributions whatsoever in the chat. So hopefully we emphasize that, not we, but you guys emphasize that as a selection of a new member, and
Yeah.
let us know if we're wrong on this. If you think we should expand just outside of the Bronco fans too, because that'd be
Oh,
interesting
I
to
think
hear that.
community is such a big factor in our league, and one of the main reasons that I'm so involved in the league and love the chat. Obviously, I love Madden, and I really like the guys in the league, but
Mhm.
I'm a Broncos fan from New Jersey. I've never had Broncos fans in
Yeah.
my life, really, and now I've got essentially 25 Broncos fans, and we
Mhm.
have our therapy session every Sunday, and
Yeah.
we duke it out. Sometimes it gets hostile, but I just yeah, I'm with you 100%. I think we need to add Broncos fans whenever we have a new member, and that's why I'm worried about this person that's first on the list. It's Jarrell's boy. He's like a big
Yeah.
time streamer, says Jarrell. I've looked at his Twitch account. I think he's got like over 200 followers or something like that.
Ooh. Okay.
Um, but don't know if he's a Broncos fan. And Timmy sent us the questionnaire that he sends, and I'm just like, and one of the questions is, what is Hank's favorite NFL team? And obviously, the answer to that is who?
The Chiefs.
The Chiefs, right?
Yeah.
So you would only really know that if you listen to DMVR. So I'm
Yeah.
just like, "Why don't you ask if he's a Broncos fan?" And he's like, "No,
Yeah.
I asked with that question." It's like, dude, you could put both questions. You could put, "Are you a
Yeah.
Broncos fan?" and then the DMVR question to find out if they actually listen to the pod. Like, those are 2 separate things in my mind.
So yeah, absolutely, you're right. But here's the thing: if it when the new members coming in from the referral side, right? So
Mhm.
this in this case, Jarrell's side, I'm sure when he gets questions, he's gonna be like, "Hey, how should I answer these?" And then obviously you want your friend in the group, so you get probably spoon fed a little bit of right answers in there. I know that happened with somebody. I can't remember. It was your cousin. He did it too.
Yes, and I will tell everybody, having a friend in the league is not always the best thing. Like,
Yeah,
I love C-Jock, and he's great in his own way,
yeah, he was
but
terrible in here.
he was not good for the league, and, like, sometimes it's nice to have the Madden league separate from your friends.
Yeah,
It's like, sometimes you go off to college and you bring your friend from home to college, and it just doesn't mesh, you know? Like, it's like you
yeah,
got your college friends, your college situation, you love your friend from home, but bringing them into this situation, it's just like, it's not what you thought it would be.
yeah. You bring your high school friend to your college party, and then he tells everybody how you pissed on a couch that one time, and then just no girl wants to look at you anymore. Yeah,
Yeah, or they just get in and they fight everybody and, you know, like,
yeah,
and they're making you look bad, like
yeah. 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 Good point. Great points. Great points. But not to, we're not trying to discourage for people bringing in somebody they know, but I do think that there should be, you know, have something that you can bring it to the group that we all agree on.
I forgot to have the comments up on the side. So we got Stevie in the chat. He said, "If I read a regular book, I gotta reread the same page 3 times." Yeah,
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
relatable.
Yeah.
Alright, so anything else you wanna add about Castro or the new member? We wish Castro the best. Maybe
Yeah.
we'll
He
see
has
him
a
in a
big,
Broncos game down the road.
sorry. Yeah. I was going to say he has a big future in PS5 league here. So he's been talking about it for a while now. So
Yeah,
we can
get
really focus
Surtain in
on.
that league. He plays PS5.
Ooh, Eagles were coming back a little bit.
Oh,
So when
yeah,
I
we
tuned
got a
out,
game going on right now.
it's
Uh,
over. It
so
was
Steven
31-10 when
yeah.
I'm sorry, it was Eagle Jarrell versus Zach Stevens.
Oh, divisional.
Commander Skins. It was 31-10 when I tuned out. The final score is 45-38. So
Wow.
yeah, Eagles rallied back, just not quite enough.
That's nearly the opposite situation of my game with Zach last night. I jumped all over him. I was up like 31-10, and then I was scoreless until like halfway through the 4th
Yeah.
quarter, and I ended up winning 34-28. He really made me sweat it out.
And then he threw a 7 picks in that game, and he
Yeah.
still made it so close. Interesting, yeah.
I had a couple fumbles, and he's
Oh, the
I
Shabazz fumble was so electric. I thought game
yeah,
was over. You were about to ice it instead of kneeing though, because he didn't have any timeouts left.
I know I got greedy, and I ran the ball
Yeah.
exactly, yeah, like Miami did in, that college football game a few
Yep.
weeks back.
Yep.
Zach is here. Zach
Shabazz
has
needed some Gatorade.
Dude,
Yeah.
I've been telling you since Madden 22, and I even said this to you last night after my game.
Yeah.
When Zach is focused, Zach
Yeah.
Stevens, our boy, when
Mhm.
he is focused, and calling good plays, and really he was taking the play clock down to 3 seconds every time against me because I
He's
knew he
reading
was
you.
he's reading me.
Yeah.
The dude knows ball. Like, he is good. He is good, and that NFC East is, Jarrell won the division at 9-8 last
Mhm.
season, or maybe 10-7. That division can be had.
Yeah, now Eagles and Commanders games 1-1 tied, and obviously Commanders have a little great start to the division record, right? Let's say Cowboys are 0-1, and the
Giants.
Giants or the Giants, they're on 1-0 also against going up against our boy Stu this week. So probably 2-0. They're probably so Caleb might be off to a hot
No,
start.
that's JJ. Caleb is the
Damn it!
Cowboys.
I keep
I know. Those are
and the
2 easy ones to mess up.
funny thing was Caleb was Giants like 3 Maddens ago.
Yeah, he was. He was. Him with Quinn Ewers
Quinn
back
Ewers,
in
yeah.
2022,
And I
yeah.
keep thinking of back to that. Yes, it's JJ. All right. Okay. So yeah, nothing else. I think we're good to move on.
Okay. Alright. I wanted to make a PSA. So, I'm not one to typically do the mini games in the weekly strategy. Um,
So annoying.
like when you have impact players and you can do the training thing, you know what I'm talking about, everybody knows.
Hmm.
I did them today, I had some time, and I did the passing tree with CJ Stroud. Probably did the drill twice. I got a silver, and then I redid it and got a gold. And
Yeah.
when I finished, it was 750 XP plus a dev upgrade. He went from superstar to X Factor from the drill. And yes, he was coming off a great game. Against Zach last night, he had a
Hmm.
140 pass rating. I don't know if that's a factor, but my PSA is this: do your drills and use players that maybe are coming off a good game, or maybe you just want to give them a dev upgrade because you don't know when they're coming.
That's crazy. And I was I was telling you earlier, fucking I was jealous. I was jealous because I don't think I've missed little drill since the Madden started. I've
You do
done
them
every
all.
single one of them. I've done every single one of them.
Wow.
I've never missed one, and I have never even gotten a reg to star update. And you get your quarterback to X Factor. I mean, you just live in a casino, man. You just gotta go buy lottery tickets or something.
Well, I am lucky. It just another point in the Jock won the Mahomes trade column.
Mm, yeah,
'Cause
definitely.
now I've got
The
X Factor
quarterback
CJ
and
Stroud,
passing.
X Factor
Yeah,
Surtain for Mahomes.
that's true. Yeah.
Okay, we got Einhorn in the chat. I had Paris Campbell go from star to superstar from a weekly training last year. It happens. And I put it in the commish group because I was like, all right, guys, because you got to tell a commish when you are changing abilities in the middle of the season. Because if they hit a threshold or they
Mhm.
get bumped up,
Yeah.
you gotta let one of us know. So I told him, I was like, all right, CJ Stroud got this. And PSA, guys, like, play your drills. And Phil was like, yeah, we've known this. So some guys have
I
known.
didn't know it.
I didn't
Yeah,
know this.
I didn't know. People probably were not saying it because they were scared that they were gonna get, for some reason, regressed back to the original. But no, if it's in a game, and especially if it's a dev upgrade in the game, that will not be. So if you were hiding it because you were scared,
I
I
don't
think
think they
you're
were
good.
scared. I think they were keeping that info to themselves. I think they didn't want people to know.
Oh, also true. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I would never pass up on 750 XP ever. So, I that's the main reason I ever did it. But
Well, we were talking about, speaking of XP, we were talking about this after the draft. Um, Stevie saying you guys knew this. I definitely didn't know this. Maybe it was said to me, but I didn't. It wasn't. I don't
yeah, I
remember
didn't
it.
know. I haven't devved up anybody this whole Madden. So
We related on this point, like right after the draft, and like when preseason starts, right after a rookie draft. I get so stressed, dude, about, like, am I choosing the right impact players? Am I feeding the
yeah,
ball to the right guys? Like, I get hyper stressed about, like,
yeah.
developing guys right after the draft. Now that we're in, like, week 2, I feel like, "Okay, what's gonna happen is gonna happen. I'm gonna just play to win games. It's gonna be okay." But
Hmm.
do you feel that way after drafts? Like, I wonder if other people in the
Absolutely.
league do.
Especially like the rookies, you'll have like a star dev, and you're like, "Fuck, man, the star dev's like 72 overall. I have like a 30-year-old 89 overall in his position. Like he's really been great for me in these games, but if I neglect this guy, he's just gonna never gonna develop." And then you put that guy on a line or D line or like on O line, and then he gets absolutely dominated, and you're like, and then he gets morale hits, and you're like, "Fuck, I'm fucking this up." So
Yeah,
yeah, I do get stressed about that. Absolutely.
too many mouths to feed sometimes too. Like
Yeah.
it's
Oh
yeah.
yeah. But that's I think that I say this every Madden, man. I feel like I just load up on offense, and it just how draft has been falling for me. I always want to draft defense, but those defensive guys like never fall for me in my position because they go so early.
Mhm.
Or I either pick super early or super late, so it never worked out for me. But developing young guys straight out the gate is probably the way to go.
Yeah,
Just draft some guys that it's hard to develop, and then hard to develop, and then throw some young rookies, guys you think you can feed a lot, some good traits. Look at Arcane, man. No, we already gave him Spano his flowers for drafting him a great team, but Jameson Williams and Justin Fields, like this is just give me Herbert, Jamar Chase flashbacks already. So
I know. I'm scared to play the Niners. I've
mhm.
avoided them so far. Haven't had a game against him yet,
I
but
haven't either. I'll play him this year though.
okay.
I think so. But yeah, PSA, you can get dev upgrades from practice, individual practice if you don't do them this year. No, I do not play 49ers. I lied.
Okay. Well, at the end of the day, at the end of the franchise, all this stressing about developing guys, we're all going to end up with sick teams by the end of season 3, season 4, season
Yeah.
5 anyway. And that kind of brings me to my next agenda item.
Mm, yeah.
So I wanted to do a fun thing for you guys. Okay. So I went back into
This
Madden
is a good one.
23. I was looking at my team. I was reminiscing. I was, oh, Alec Pierce, 99, Will Anderson Jr., 99, Brian Burns, Hendon Hooker, like 96. I was really, really feeling my team, getting excited. I was like, all right, I'm going to sim 10 years in the future, and I'm going to see who wins the Super Bowls, who wins Offensive Defensive Player of the Year, who wins MVP. It's going to be great. It's going to be an awesome pod segment. I can tell the boys are getting excited just hearing me say this. They're like, "Oh my god, yeah, my team was set. Maybe I didn't make the playoffs. Maybe I didn't make the Super Bowl, but my team was set up. Like we
Yeah.
were going to be awesome." But your boy fucked up. Okay? I did not turn all like the team management settings to auto because obviously we have everything on manual so that you guys can control everything about your team. So I did not do that. So when I set it to sim 10 years, I go walk away, I fucking do my thing. I come back to the computer, it's 10 years in the future, and like I'm looking at my home screen and like my team and it's like 68 offense, 69 defense, 68 overall. And I'm just like, what the hell happened? My team
Yeah.
just
So
let everybody walk and they
yeah.
didn't help anybody. And I
Yep.
go to free agents and it's like 99, 99, 99, 98, 98, 98. So I totally fucked it, guys.
Yeah. Yeah. You would have been a fun segment though. You could probably look at it and see how many runs, like first couple of years, who made how many runs. But
Yeah.
to be fair, there were a lot of expiring contracts. People knowing that people knew that we're not gonna resign their key players because they knew they had uh barely any players left. I mean, barely any seasons or games left. So, but that
But
would have been cool. You can also do that on, guess what, Madden 22. So
yeah.
maybe you go back and don't fuck that one
Oh,
up.
I
Yeah.
wasn't even thinking that. I was thinking, obviously, when next Madden comes out, I
Yeah.
won't make that mistake again. But yeah, we could go back to. I could see Spencer Rattler's Hall of Fame career and all this
Mhm.
stuff.
Who did I have? I had good Russell Wilson.
Oh yeah, you
Damn,
did. That feels like forever ago.
it really does. All right. Um. So we learned something. Make sure we set things to auto for next time. But I'm excited for this next segment. If you want to transition into it.
Yes, let's transition into it. Um, Also, shout out Joke. Joakim obviously listens to the podcast, and um, he was messaging me and saying like, "See you in the Super Bowl," even though I'm a regular season only team, and gave me like
Oh
the
my god.
the one eye closed, like winking emoji, tongue out, and like
Yeah.
basically like a little tongue in cheek, like, "Oh, you called me a regular season team." It's like, Joke. You're basically like the Joel Embiid of this league at this point. Yes, you walked to the
Ooh.
playoffs, You're great in the regular season, but you have gotten exposed in the playoffs. Like, and it's put
Yeah.
up or shut up time. Like, I wasn't out of line by saying you're a regular season team. So just wanted to cover that.
Yeah, and there's a lot of regular season teams in the league. There's only like few that really make you know the Super Bowl on a regular basis. So it's not really that big of a dig. I mean, how many playoffs we had already?
He is 0-6 in his last, well,
I
not
was gonna
including
say,
the
yeah,
last
last
Super Bowl
Madden.
too
Yeah,
from Madden 22. He's 0-7 in his last 7 playoff games.
yeah. Oh, he hasn't won a playoff game since he was in Super Bowl in Madden 22.
Correct.
Oh, that's tough.
Yeah,
That's so
he
tough.
went 0 for 5
Yeah,
last Madden.
yeah. Um, yeah. Not having a single win in a whole Madden year is tough for
It
sure.
was very tough.
And he made the playoffs this year, and he lost to who?
He lost to Einhorn, got blown out by Einhorn.
Dang. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I don't. Was he? You think he was offended by it, or was he just? Yeah, he can be offended. I think that's. Yeah. You just gotta know that you got something to prove now.
Yep, facts. All right.
Right.
Next is we have the rookie draft, and Lou, just a straight beast in every sense of the word, put
Mhm.
together these awesome draft class rankings. I can't.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, you're good. I can't pull it up to share my screen.
Hmm.
Um, damn,
Everybody has it.
pouring salt in the wound. He said, I put my backups in the whole fourth quarter against Joke. That's rough. To be fair to Joke, he kind of had a team of backups and
Yeah.
he replenished the squad in this draft. So, only way is up from here. But I'm just going to run down, starting at the top, go team by team, grade by grade. And if we feel like we need to talk more about any of them, we can.
Let's do it.
All right, 49ers, B minus.
Okay.
No superstars. They had a star in round 1 and a star in round 6, B
Okay.
minus. Bears, A minus. Rafi didn't even draft, and he got 3 superstars and
Oh
2
my
stars.
god. Right outside linebacker, running back, and middle linebacker, all superstars. This is Rafi? Yeah. Geez, that's a great draft.
Great draft, yeah, on
I mean, and
autopilot.
then 2 stars too, 75 overall star. Jeez.
And even his normal guys are 76 and 75, which are
Yeah.
pretty high for this class. The highest rated rookie was an 80.
Yeah.
All right, on to the Bengals. I loved his first pick. He got Lenny Walls, who's the 6'5" corner, 78 overall superstar, might be the best player out of this draft.
And this is Logan D. Was he able to trade for no, he got Kenneth Walker, right?
He traded Aaron Jones and Ian Etheridge, a my player, for Kenneth Walker. So he is getting the band back together. I kind of
Yeah.
almost like him more with Bijan. I think of Bijan being with Logan from Madden 22, but
Yeah. But
Kenneth
Kenneth
Walker's
Walker is
obvious.
his guy too. I
Yeah,
wonder if Bengals are Logan ever gonna play with different players. Um
some people love their guys. All
yeah.
right, Bills.
Yep, Bills B minus. Oh my god, X Factor right end in third round?
Yeah, that's crazy. Potter Roaster. He
Yeah.
got his my players swinging D.
2 X Factors?
Yeah, but one of them sucks. One of them 65 overall.
I mean, that's a fast development. I feel like that's a 75 overall by the end of the season if you play him.
Yeah, but if you play him, he's going to be a liability. Free safety is important.
Yeah, but you got Josh Allen. He can carry the offense.
Okay.
Dang.
It's B minus for him. I feel like might deserve a little higher than a B minus with 2
Two
X
X factors?
factors,
Yeah. A
star.
minus maybe? B plus A minus range? Yeah, 2 X factors and a superstar.
Yeah, Lou hates Timmy.
Oh, not a single only two three, never mind. Three regular diffs. But yeah, I mean he hit on most of his ooh. Overalls are kind of rough.
Yeah, only 3 guys over 70.
Yeah, so I guess that maybe bring it down to I'd still give him like a big plus.
Okay. All right.
Or a B.
Broncos. He got a star tight end in the first round.
Hmm.
His my player's a corner, and he got Arnold Shortman as a running back, 76 overall, normal dev, but that's high.
Hmm.
And running back's got to be one of the easiest to get a dev upgrade for. So that's a good draft for Scott.
Browns, shrugs emoji with C. Calvin O'Connor, he only had one draft. Didn't even take my player.
Yeah, that's Einhorn. He was at the wedding too.
Right. Um, okay, but our boy Stu got a C plus. Let's see. X Factor right outside Tevin Shroud. Is this like a little play
Tevin,
on
CJ's cousin.
yeah, CJ's cousin, Tevin Shroud. Um, I feel like I mean that's a good player to throw it in there to develop. 69, nice X Factor. That's very doable. He's playing every down for me. I don't get right outside linebacker. You don't need like that's not a big liability for you.
I agree. I
Yeah,
agree.
that and when do you get when you're able to put abilities on
I
at
think
least
80,
70? Oh, 80. Ooh, yeah, okay. So
maybe.
you're
I don't
looking at
know.
one draft.
Don't quote me on that.
Yeah, me neither. I'm not sure. Cardinals very meh draft, but they got a B plus.
I like his description here for the Cardinals. All players above 70, check. QB of the future, check. B plus. That's
Right
concise.
on.
I live.
Yeah, right on. Good job, Phil. Chargers A. Wow, and Chargers are 0-2 already. Yep, sure are. Come on, Dan.
Well, Dan's an off-season beast. He wins every offseason.
Yeah, he's Robert Sala of our league.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, two superstars. The first three picks, all first rounders, all above 74. And you got your two. Okay, so trenches, all trenches too. Center, left guard, and defensive tackle, 74, 75, 75. Superstar for a left guard. And then when you get a ability, O lineman, it's like that's a win for sure.
Yeah, Tim Barrelman's going to be a beast.
Hmm. And cool name too. I mean, you gotta be. Next we go into Chiefs. Hank B plus also two superstars, both above say 70, 72 or higher. Middle linebacker and then another all lineman, John Bush.
Yeah, left tackle with abilities. Lou called this a unicorn, Madden unicorn. That is
Wow.
true. John Bush is going to be very solid. Great draft. Did a lot
Yeah,
with a little there.
yeah, very Hank draft too. Right guard, right end, left tackle, left end,
Mhm.
and a corner and middle linebacker. I mean, very cornerstone pieces he took. First pick was left. Wow, first pick was left tackle.
Yeah, he crushed that pick. I was looking at John Bush too. That was solid.
Yeah, I didn't have a first round, so I didn't really look at first round guys. All right, next one we got Colts. A minus with Sanders trade. What happened with Sanders trade? Remind me.
He, dude, fucking Jarrell drafted Bob Sanders. I think like in the top, maybe in the top 20, maybe top 10 even, and immediately was on the team's call being like, "Who wants Bob Sanders?" Do you remember this?
I do remember this. Yeah,
And he turned out to be like a highly rated superstar.
yeah, interesting.
I don't know why
Interesting.
Jarrell wanted to dump him so quickly.
Terrell dumped a lot of players. He also dumped Josh Sweat. He dumped JOK, who was he was really good. I mean, I guess he wasn't able to develop him. Maybe that's why he dumped Riley Moss. Yeah, interesting what's going on with the Eagles. And I mean, they're 1-1. They got Derek Carr playing good ball out there, so we'll see. Maybe he has a
But the
plan.
Colts, like, they dominated Austin week 1. Dominated.
Yeah, yeah.
He got Gordon Bombay, 76 overall star. He got a fullback, Ron Dane in the 4th round, superstar. Got a star
Ooh,
left tackle. That's about it, but then you add his
yeah. Fourth round fullback with abilities. That's a
huge.
decent value, right? The fullback's not going to be on the field like 60% of the time, right? But when he is, that's a big like, ace up your
And
sleeve.
Brennan's a running team. He's the first one to tell you whenever I dangle a receiver in front of Brennan, like, for a trade, he's like, they're not gonna do well on my team. I don't wanna trade for them. Like, I can't throw the ball." Like,
Yeah.
so if anyone needs a fullback, it's him. It's good.
All right. Washington Commander skins. This was out of draft C grade. I mean, a couple of 70 something overalls, running back, safety, and a tackle. Um, all normal devs. Cowboys, shrug emoji, nothing too much in there. Dolphins, another this was also what you call it, auto draft. Sorry.
Yeah.
Got a couple of good guys. You got a star dev running back and a star dev defensive lineman, a couple of higher rated guys too. Uh good value looks like B minus. Nothing too excited, but he drafted some solid dudes. Let's see. Yeah, a lot of Stoop Kid. He should be. I think he was he had something good. What was it? Speed maybe. Probably.
Maybe.
I
Yeah.
don't know. Knowing bringing up probably speed. Eagle.
Wait, wait, hold on, hold
Mm,
on, hold on. Lou said, "I know Brina is excited about Stoop Kid, but draft analysts think he may have been better off staying on the stoop." So maybe that was one of those guys that had a cool
ooh.
name but is not good because they
Yeah,
didn't make every cool name guy good.
I so see when I was reviewing, I thought all the cool names were gonna be cool players, and then some of them went to free agency, and I was like, oh yeah. Like I don't know if did you notice Andy Schultz?
No.
There's a quarterback, Andy Schultz, and I was like, oh, this guy's gonna be awesome because I thought he was under a comedian, but he
Mhm.
might have been not. Um, so first round, X Factor safety Bob Sanders, who got immediately traded. Sad.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, one, two, three superstars and a star.
Superstar left guard in the 3rd round, that's massive, and a
Yeah,
superstar right guard in the 4th.
right, right guard or right tackle, right guard. Yeah. Oh my god. So, and I drafted a right guard in first round. God damn it! Just starting.
Yeah, Lou has him as an A, but down to a B plus after having traded Sanders away.
Yeah, that was definitely puzzling. Um, Falcons B plus. Okay. Yeah. Here's the thing. I drafted last two drafts we've had, right? Like imported drafts or actual Madden drafts, not the fantasy. I've probably drafted like I had like 15 picks, maybe 12, and I've drafted probably like 10 hidden devs, and all of them been stars.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been a little brutal hitting on superstar ability players, but overall, yeah, I'd say it's pretty good. 71, 72, 73, 73, 73, 4-star devs. Only missed on one guy who was my 6th round pick, my last pick, Jojo King. Uh, Jojo King, is that reference to something?
No, I don't think
No.
so. Yeah, I remember you talking about that during the draft. You thought that was a name guy. I don't think that's a name
Yeah,
guy.
yeah. I was like, that sounds like a name guy, but I couldn't think of it, and I googled it and didn't find anything. So, um, but yeah, I did get a pretty good, really good, plug him in right guard who's going to be young and developing. I already got like a 22-year-old tackle and a 21-year-old guard and like a 24-year-old right tackle. So I think that offensive line is just gonna get better together. So I'm happy. I could be happier, but I'm okay with it. And then Levon Burr, obviously my player, was also a star. So I only missed
Alright,
on
dude, we
one.
don't need to take half an hour on your team. Let's go.
You don't want to talk about my I'm just kidding. All right.
Yeah, let's do a deep dive on Matthew Neely,
Yeah.
7th overall star dev outside linebacker.
Yeah. All right. Giants. JJ got an A minus. Wow. Let's see. Superstar in 7th round. Kicker.
Yeah, he got the superstar kicker. He got
Yeah.
the highest rated player in the draft, Hank Ford.
Star dev. I mean, yeah. If you're gonna get a regular dev or star dev on anybody, receiver and running back, like
Mhm.
that's the one that you're okay with. So, Hank Ford. I wanna. Do you got these players up, by the way?
No, I don't.
Okay, let me pull it up real fast, and you keep talking about them.
Well, I mean, JJ had the best wide receiver drafted last Madden too, if I remember correctly. I think he got Marvin Harrison Jr., and now he's got
Mm,
the best player in this whole draft, so he's got an eye for the, receivers in the draft.
I guess so.
What's like a
Uh,
good organization when it comes to draft? I feel like the Steelers, they always draft sick receivers.
Vikings.
Yeah, Vikings number 1, great call.
Yeah, Vikings for sure. Somehow hit on the receivers all the time. Giants. Let's see. I just want to see what this guy does. Okay, so he's 6'5", 230.
Ooh, wow.
92 speed in Excel. Jeez.
Damn, alright, yeah, that
Yeah,
guy's
he's a
out.
beast. 90 spectacular catch. Oh, his route running's a little tough. 77, 82, 71. But 87 release, 90 jumping.
What's his archetype? Is it physical?
Yeah, let me pull him up real fast. He's physical 81. Yep.
Okay.
Hidden dev. Oh, he's a hidden dev?
Yeah, he's star.
Yeah, we know he's a star though. Yeah, that's awesome, man. I mean, 92 speed XL and 90 spectacular catch. Just send him on go routes. Six. I think this guy would have dominated last year's Madden. Like absolutely dominated.
Yeah.
With a high ball passing.
Yeah, big receivers were the meta for sure.
Yeah, man.
Alright, on to the Jags. He got a B
Uh,
plus.
he drafted all of The rookie class. How many picks is that? Jesus.
Yeah, he had
One,
a
two,
ton.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 picks. God damn.
So this is what Lou said. Lou said, "In the hands of most users, I don't love this draft. However, Christian is going to turn Sheldon Kyle into a nightmare, and JJ Silver and Josh Johnson are solid pieces as well." I know Lou's been out of the league. He needs to get up to speed on Christian.
Jaguars. Christian, yeah. Christian,
Christian has trended down probably more than anybody.
more than Dan. I think
Dan started
Dan
trending
did.
down last Madden.
That's true. That's true. Last season and a half, Dan was struggling already. So
Yeah,
okay.
true.
All right.
But that's a good fish right there by you.
Jets had oh my god.
Skip him.
B plus A minus if his mom calls to complain. Funny. Two X factors, two superstars, two stars. I mean, a lot of picks and a lot of good players drafted. I mean, it is what it is. 75 overall X factor right end, Dino Spumoni. And then you got a left outside linebacker, Geoff Acosta. So two X factor pass rushers in the first 2 rounds. That's huge. And then two superstars in the later rounds, 6 and 7
Yeah,
rounds,
let's
both
move on.
corners.
Let's talk about the
Yeah.
Jets.
Okay. All right. Lions A minus. Beef with a superstar in a first rounder, right? Right outside linebacker. Twister Rodriguez, 75 overall. Yeah, nice one with that.
Dude, when I saw Brolik Brown come off the board, I was like,
Yeah.
"How do I fucking know that name?"
Mm-hmm.
It's because he used to dominate for Lou, and I was like, "Fuck." If I had scouted tight ends at all, I definitely would have noticed that. I've got good tight ends, so I didn't. But yeah, that was an obvious one. Should have known that that guy's going to be a beast.
Dang. And you got him in second round.
Second round, and he's only
But you don't need a tight end. You got a McBride. You got
yeah, exactly. That's why I
yeah,
didn't scout them at all.
gotcha. Uh, let's move on to the next. Packers got a C plus. Drafted a first round pick was Harvey
Harvey Specter.
Pearson Specter. Yeah, I was looking at him too. I thought he was gonna be a beast. But Star Dev probably just needs a little more development. He should
72
be
is kind of low for a first rounder.
yeah, yeah. But Star Dev's better than no dev, you know. You just one good game away or a couple of good games away from being a ability. Um and then from then it's all the way up. Panthers are our homie TV C. C's a little generous, I think, right? I know he didn't really. He traded all his picks away. His highest pick was second, and he got a Eric Buckley 70 overall. Oof, that's tough. Um, eight. There's no eighth pick. What is this? Probably seventh, rather. Oh, okay. Patriots. Derek had a decent draft. B grade drafted 2 stars with his 3 stars in the first 2 rounds. Solid. Two wide receivers. Hey, he's taking my approach, drafting
Mhm.
two receivers and with top 2 picks. And then what you call it? Edge rusher. Raiders C plus. Yeah, 73 overall. Another kind of like with so many ability O linemen. If you didn't draft either high overall or ability overall in a with your first pick on an O
Well,
line, you probably missed.
well,
I
he
mean,
took Ashley Lilly Jr. in the first round, and that's a 71 overall
oh,
normal dev. Went with the name.
oh.
Yeah, that's a miss, unfortunately.
I mean, we said if you're gonna let me. I mean, I guess let me look at what the wide receiver is, stats wise. Oh my god, he's even gonna see the field. He has Jerry Judy, Marvin Mims, Tank Dell. Those are all young guys. So,
Raiders?
oh no, we're looking at Raiders. You're right. My bad.
Dude, I still think Edge is the Lions.
Yeah,
He's the worst one with that for me.
yeah. Okay. Who's the receiver? Ashley. Okay, Ashley Lely. That's gotta be a typo, right? Probably
Oh,
Leslie.
Ashley Lilly, he was a fucking Broncos receiver
When? Ashley Lily.
before you were a fan, you fraud.
Probably. Um, Ashley Lily.
Drafted in
95.
the 2002 draft.
Oh, he's gonna be solid, dude. 95, 97. Speed XL.
Yeah,
Not
he can fly. He can
bad.
fly. That's
Yeah,
he's raw.
he's gonna be solid. And 94 change of direction. This is like Aeneas Smith kind of build.
Yeah.
So could be very dangerous. All right. Ravens A.
No, Rams.
Oh, Rams. I'm sorry. Dallin got a C. Nothing too exciting. Cup 72 overall, his highest pick in the second round. Another
Mhm.
guard. Um, we got A for the Ravens. X Factor and Superstar with the first and a third pick. Middle linebacker X Factor 74 overall is pretty sweet. It's pretty sweet. Saints got a B plus. Okay. Couple of stars and a superstar in the fourth. Zach Neutron, who's been killing it. He had a great game last week. He got exposed a little bit in a pass game,
He had 2
but
picks.
that's wrong. Well, early he had two picks when wheels came off a little bit. Well, at
Mhm.
least the last pick, I should say. But no, he's an absolute weapon down
I love him.
on the field. Yeah, and it looked like he was on the field like 95% of the snaps
Oh, he starts. Yeah, he plays he's every play.
every down. So yeah, a lot of nickel for
Marcus Williams is 90 overall riding the pine because Zach Neutron is
yeah.
him.
Yeah, good. Yeah, Himothy. But he doesn't. You don't play him in safety spot, right? You play him in the
No, I
box.
do. Well, in base defense, he plays free safety, yeah.
Hey, all right. Okay. Seahawks. B minus. Another. I think this one was. Oh no, Spence was on the
Yeah, he was
call.
there.
Yeah, he
You got Glenn
drafted.
Stefani in the first, 76 overall, star dev corner, that's nice.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. And another tackle, 73 overall, star dev, Jeff Burke. Steelers B, superstar with the second pick, Mike Matthews. Mike Matthews. Mike Matthews. Who is that?
I don't know if I think that's just a
Is it
yeah, I don't think that's
Mike
a
Matthews?
celebrity or
Sounds like
anything.
some. I think Chargers used to have a player named Matthews. Was a maybe played on. Maybe he was a middle linebacker or something like that. Okay. Texans B plus with only 4 picks. Nick May,
Nick
superstar.
May, yeah, remember everybody he was like, "This might be a reach," and then he took Nick May, and everybody was like, "Yeah, that's a huge reach," like, doing all that.
Oh yeah,
I'm
clowning
like,
on him.
"Nobody," and he was like and then after the draft, he was like, "Hidden dev for my reach of a pick." It's like, dude, nobody everyone's just giving you a hard time, like,
Yeah,
nobody knew who that was.
yeah. This can't be real. Steelers had
No, that's
this many
Titans. That's
picks.
supposed to be Titans.
Okay, yeah, this makes sense. I know Titans had a lot of picks.
Yeah, this is why
I
I did
mean,
not edit all the faces on Joke's roster. I was supposed to go and, like, fix all of his guys. He's got 30 fucking rookies. I don't wanna do it.
yeah, too many rookies. I mean, let's see. He got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 71 or higher. Everybody else is 69 or below. And his later picks looks like they didn't really hit either. A lot of stars, a couple of stars, but most of them are normal. He did get a superstar safety, Charles Norris, like Chuck Norris.
Yeah, it's
That's what
gotta
I'm
be.
guessing. Yeah, Chuck Norris, superstar, 76 overall. That's pretty sweet. B plus for him. And last but not least, the Vikings. Adam, quarterback of the future, and a wide receiver. Fly for a white guy. Hey, solid. Yeah, he traded. He moved up. He traded all the masses to move up, and get his guy in the first round. Quarterback Merlin Briscoe the third. Superstar, 77 overall. That's going to be an 85 overall by the end of the year, especially in a pass heavy scheme the Vikings run. And then you got fly for a white guy.
And he started with a massive win over the Titans.
We did. And
So,
let's see who's got in week 2. Bills. Oh, no, he didn't win. He's 0-1.
wait, what?
Vikings are on 1.
I thought he beat Joke.
Let's see. What are the Titans? Titans are 1-0. He did not beat Choke.
Well, somebody lied to me in the chat. I didn't watch that game, but
I didn't either. So Vikings and Bills are both 0-1. I don't remember how Bills lost now, but
yeah,
uh,
those are from Castro.
yeah, Castor is known now into the Shadow Realm. But that wraps it up. Vikings solid day. Yeah, he got his guys and he's ready to play.
Dude, I don't
But
know if we're gonna have
another
time to
game.
go through these young cores.
Let's hit him real fast. It shouldn't take too long. Just hit
Alright,
him. Hit the best ones and then the worst ones, and we're
let me
good.
pull it up.
I got it up right here.
I know, I wanna
This
pull it
was
up.
awesome, man. You hit me this in the middle of the day. Oh, you got it on the screen. Nice. You hit me like on the middle of the day when I was not expecting. I didn't do anything for like an hour just staring at this.
Ah, shit, I zoomed in too.
And for the listeners, if you guys, we're gonna describe what we're looking at here, but it's pretty much the top four youngest players for every team, and he has them graded out by overalls, average overalls. So,
Yeah,
uh,
best players under 23 years old.
yeah, top four. Yep. All right, let's look at some of the best ones. So the green ones are the best ones.
No, blue actually. The blue
Oh yeah,
is
you're right. You're right.
top, and I
Blue.
highlighted anybody over 90. So there's not a lot of guys 23 or younger that are
Mhm.
over 90. So let's start there. We got Devin Achane, Devin Achan actually as
Oh
it's
my God, we need to talk about a chain.
yeah, dude.
Swept everything. Did we already mention this?
I've been telling everybody that I come across about it. He won MVP, Offensive Player of the Year, Offensive Rookie of the Year, best
He
running
had
back.
like, yeah, he had like what, um, over 25. I mean, I guess I can look at it, but he
Yeah,
had a lot of rushing yards. I mean,
his
he had a lot
XP
of
was
touchdowns.
crazy too. Like,
Oh my God, he had like what, 11 devs after Super
yeah,
Bowl week
yeah,
or
pull
after
that up.
Pro Bowl
Go
week.
go to the progression history on Achan.
He might not be there anymore, but yeah. Oh, actually, he should be.
Yeah, and then the other awesome young guys, Kenneth Walker, who's this is a little dated now, have him on the Bears here, but he's now on the Bengals. Jalen Carter for the Patriots, already at a 93. Like, that one is crazy because, like, D
He had,
tackles are not typical guys that rank up super quick.
okay, so what week was this? Oh, it says Pro Super Bowl week. So Super Bowl week, he got plus 36 upgrades. He had eight up plus eight on awareness. I've never seen plus eight on anybody. Like plus six on break tackle, plus five on spin move, plus five on short route. So you got plus 36 upgrade, 48,000 XP.
That's bonkers. I
I
wanna
don't
know
think
how
you guys
many,
heard
like
me.
you know how, like
48,990 XP in one advanced period.
I wanna know how many times he was able to press upgrade on him, like, at one
Dude,
time. It had to be, like, 4.
2,900 legacy points plus 17 morale. Plus 17 morale? What is this guy? The happiest guy alive?
I would be. He just won all those awards.
I mean, insane. The plus 48,000 XP is just absolutely like I can't even wrap my mind around it. So yeah, this guy swept everything. He won, like you said, most MVP, offensive player of the year, offensive rookie of the year, running back of the year, NFL rushing yard leader.
Mm,
Swept it.
beast. Alright, for other 90+ guys, Bijan Robinson, Josh Downs, and Kyle Pitts. Josh Downs, how about that? 94 overall.
Yeah, rookie,
Crazy.
right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Alright, so looking at the teams with blue, I was thinking blue chippers. This is like if your average is over 83,
yeah.
um, then you're in the blue. And Brina said in the chat, he's like, "Oh, Dolphins have got to be one of the top ones. They are 84.25,
Mm-hmm.
tied for the highest with the Ravens. So those are the two highest.
Wow. So Daxton Hill, Panay Sewell carrying that load looks like Jameer Gibbs is another awesome one. Yeah, great core for sure.
Yeah, I like when the cores are, spread out.
I was
He's
gonna
got
say the same
3
thing.
offense and 1 defense, but
Yeah. O
good value.
line, secondary, running back, receiver. Like
Yeah,
yeah, all over the place. Great. Ravens, kind of the same thing. Running back, O line, wide receiver, and corner.
yep.
Saints, another high ones with pass rushers, quarterback, and corner. I mean, those are like legit franchise building pieces. So well done on that one.
Not a lot of
40,
quarterbacks on this list, by the way, on
yeah,
here.
I mean,
There's only, like, 3.
yeah. You just throwing it out there every time you get a chance that you won the Patrick Mahomes trade.
I did, yep.
Yeah. 49ers, another good one. Two wide receivers over oh no, 75 and 88. Leon Sandcastle is a rookie, brandly drafted guy, but he's also got a corner and a edge rusher, which is another couple of corner store pieces. Patriots, um,
Love their core.
yeah, I mean, look at that. O line, D line, corner. Awesome.
I love
Jalen
that.
Carter, 93 overall.
It's great.
Whew. Witherspoon, man, Witherspoon, Broncos pick.
Yeah,
Sad. Who else we got in here that we am I missing
that's
somebody?
all the Blues.
Yeah.
Dolphins, Patriots, Ravens, Saints, and 49ers. All right, on to the greens. We're at about an hour.
Bills. We got couple of good cool guys in there, a couple of a lot of all defensive players. Very on brand for the
Yeah,
Bills.
that's classic Timmy.
Yeah, Broncos, two defensive, two offensive player, Jason Smith and Jigba, and Emmanuel Forbes are really good pieces there. Texans, Bijan carrying that group. Nothing too exciting. Laporta's pretty good.
The guy whose back is hurting the most is Josh Downs. He is carrying the
Yeah,
Eagles 94 and then 77, 75, 74.
for sure. Yep. Josh Downs. Falcons, we got Kyle Pitts, 22 years old, pretty sweet, 94 overall. Derek Stingley, 87, and then a couple of young guys in there. Let's see.
Vikings all defense.
Yeah, Vikings, all defense. Ooh, yeah, Brian Branch. It's your boy.
Love him.
Okay, you got Lions with Marvin Mims Jr. And Israel Abanikanda.
Pit guy, classic beef.
Yep, yep. And Martin Emerson too. Safety. He was a corner for me last Madden, so he must have switched him back to because he's not really fast, but he's a really good ball skills guy. Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
it. Right? And let's hit one of the worst teams. These are the teams that are probably gonna need to, win soon, or they gotta like rebuild their core. Right? That's the whole point of this. I'm guessing. Cardinal. No, I'm sorry, not Cardinals. Bucks. Uh,
Bucks and Panthers, the two guys in our division that went old to start. They got
yep.
no good young guys.
No good young guys, and then you got Einhorn who just made a Super Bowl. So I guess you could say that he had a um, compete, a ready to compete team.
True.
Isaiah Spiller, that's your best player. That's not too exciting, but two running backs. Yeah, Browns got to do work. I mean, we'll see if they're competing this year. He's a good enough player to make playoffs again, but I'd be interested to see what kind of moves he makes next year to rebuild some of this young core.
Oh, didn't mention the Rams. Rams are also green.
Rams.
They're right under you. Kalijah
Oh
Cansey
yeah.
and Miles Murphy. Miles Murphy's a beast, left end.
Yep.
My
Yep.
boy Kelly Ringo and Jalen Hyatt, who's a speedster receiver. So they're pretty good too.
Yeah, solid for sure.
All right, I'll get this out to the league so that the boys can see it, but it's getting late and we got Falcons Saints after this, brother.
Yes. Stay tuned, boys. Stay tuned because this is hopefully a great rivalry for
Dude,
many matches to
they're
come.
always must watch these games. You cannot miss these games.
Yeah, these are. You gotta watch. You don't have a camera, so I'll stream. Oh,
Sure.
you can stream too. I don't,
I'll stream to you.
yeah, we both usually stream. Let's see. I'm home. I'm a home game, so yeah, you definitely.
All right, brother.
All right, man. Well, I think that wraps it up. Good talking to you. Great segments. Good job. Killed it on segments today.
Hey,
Good job, Will. Good job, Lou. And good job, Timmy.
I'm pouring one
If
out for
you
Castro.
bring the right guy in, yeah. Pull one out for a Castro, 40 down the hatch. And we'll see you soon for the next.
We'll
Are
get
you
some
gonna do?
beers going.
Yeah. Oh, good, great idea, man. Killing it, killing it. That's my producer, guys. He's killing
Yeah,
it.
I got you,
All
brother.
right, all right, brother.
Later.
I'll see you in like.